Welcome students. Today we are going to learn lesson 8 Universe and Space Science. First we will see the introduction. In this introduction part we will learn some important terms related to universe. First one, astronomy. What is astronomy? The science which deals with the study of stars, planets and their motions, their positions and compositions is known as astronomy. Second one, celestial objects. What are celestial objects? The stars, the planets, the moon and many other objects like asteroids and comets in the sky are called celestial objects. Next one, solar system. What is a solar system? The sun and the celestial bodies which revolve around it form the solar system. Next one, galaxy. What is a galaxy? A collection of billions of stars held together by mutual attraction is called galaxy. Example for galaxy is Milky Way galaxy. Our sun belongs to this galaxy. Next one, universe. What is a universe? Billions of such galaxies form the universe. What are the constituents of universe? The solar system, the stars and the galaxies are the constituents of the universe. Next one, spacecraft. What is a spacecraft? The vehicle used for traveling in space is called spacecraft. Next one, space probe. What is a space probe? It is an unmanned spacecraft designed to explore the solar system and transmit data back to Earth. It is a robotic spacecraft that doesn't orbit around the Earth. In the recent years, many countries are showing interest to explore the space and they are sending manned and unmanned rockets to the moon and the other planets. Our country also has launched a number of rockets into the space and it has achieved a lot in space research. So students, in this lesson, we will study about rockets, what are the parts of rockets, what are the types of rocket fuels and Indian space research programs. Okay. First, we will learn about rockets. What is a rocket? A rocket is a space vehicle with a very powerful engine designed to carry people or equipments beyond Earth and out into space. So, it is a vehicle designed for taking the people to the space. Okay. What are the uses of rockets? Rockets help us to launch space probes to explore the planets in the solar system. They also help us to launch space-based telescopes to explore the universe. More than all rockets enable us to put satellites. These satellites are useful to us in a number of ways. Our country has effective rocket technology and it has applied this technology successfully to provide so many space service globally. Who invented rockets? Rockets were invented in China more than 800 years ago. How was the first rocket designed? The first rockets were a cardboard tube packed with gunpowder. They were called as fire arrows. In 1232 AD, the Chinese used these fire arrows to defeat the invading Mongol army. The knowledge for making rockets soon spread to the Middle East and Europe, where they were used the rocket as weapons. Now we will see the parts of rockets. What are the parts of rockets? There are four major parts in the rocket. They are structural system, payload system, guidance system and propulsion system. Now we will see the parts one by one. First one, structural system. What is structural system? The structural system is the frame that covers the rocket. It is made up of very strong but lightweight materials like titanium or aluminium. Fins are attached to some rockets at the bottom of the frame to provide stability when the rocket flies. Second one, payload system. What is a payload? Payload is the object that the satellite is carrying into the orbit. Payload depends on the rocket's mission. Mission means the aim of the rocket which is sent to the space. The rockets are modified to launch satellites with a wide range of missions like communications, weather monitoring, spying, planetary explorations, and as observatories. Special rockets are also developed to launch people into the Earth's orbit and onto the surface of the moon. Next one, guidance system. Guidance system guides the rocket in its path. It may include sensors, onboard computers, radars, and communication equipments. Next one, propulsion system. This system takes up most of the space in a rocket. It consists of fuel tanks, pumps, and a combustion chamber. So, what are the parts of the propulsion system? Fuel tanks, pumps, and a combustion chamber. There are two main types of propulsion systems. There are two types of propulsion system. One is liquid propulsion system and the another one is the solid propulsion system. What are India's popular rockets? Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV and Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle, that is GSLV, are the India's popular rockets. Now we will see the types of propellants. What is a propellant? A propellant is a chemical substance that can undergo combustion to produce pressurized gases whose energy is utilized to move a rocket against the gravitational force of attraction. Propellant is a mixture of a fuel and an oxidizer. What is an oxidizer? Oxidizer supplies the oxygen to burn the fuel. There are three types of propellants. Liquid propellant, two types of propellants. Three types of propellants. They are liquid propellants, solid propellants, and cryogenic propellants. First one, liquid propellants. What are liquid propellants? In liquid propellants, fuel and oxidizers are combined in a combustion chamber where they burn and come out from the base of the rocket with a great force. What are the fuels in the liquid propellant? They are liquid hydrogen, hydrazine, and ethyl alcohol. What are the oxidizers? They are oxygen, ozone, hydrogen peroxide, and fuming nitric acid. Next one, solid propellants. In solid rocket propellants, fuel and oxidizer compounds are already combined. When they are ignited, they burn and produce heat energy. Combustion of solid propellants cannot be stopped once it is ignited. Solid fuels used in rockets are polyurethanes and polybutadienes. What are the oxidizers in solid propellants? They are nitrate and chlorate. Next one, cryogenic propellants. In this type of fuel, the fuel or oxidizer are both are liquefied gases and they are stored at a very low temperature. So, cryogenic fuels are stored at a very low temperature. These fuels do not need any ignition system. They react on mixing and start their own flame. This is the picture for cryogenic propellants. Next one, India's space programs. Soon after independence, India initiated space research activities. For that, it is established one organization in 1969, that is ISRO, ISRO. Expansion for ISRO is Indian Space Research Organization. The objective of ISRO is developing space technology and its application for different needs of the nation. India is focusing on satellites for communication and remote sensing. India's first satellite is Aryabhatta. This satellite was launched in 1975. Since then, India has achieved a lot in space programs equal to that of the developed nations. Rakesh Sharma. Rakesh Sharma is an Indian pilot from Punjab. He was selected as a cosmonaut in a joint space program between India and Soviet Russia, and he became the first Indian to enter into the space on 2nd April 1984. Now we will learn about Chandrayaan 1. Chandrayaan 1 is a moon vehicle. The meaning of Chandrayaan is moon vehicle. Our country launched this satellite on 22nd October 2008. Why our country sent this satellite? To study about the moon. It was launched from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, Andhra Pradesh with the help of PSLV rocket. It was put into the lunar orbit on 8 November 2008. The spacecraft was orbiting around the moon at a height of 100 km from the lunar surface. It collected the chemical, the mineralogical and the geological information about the moon. This mission was a major boost for the Indian space programs, and it helped to develop its own technology to explore the moon. Chandrayaan 1 was operated for 312 days and it achieved 95% of its objectives. The scientists lost their communication with the spacecraft on 28 August 2009. On the successful completion of all the major objectives, the mission was concluded. What are the objectives of Chandrayaan 1? The objectives of Chandrayaan 1 are: first one, to find the possibility of water on the moon. Then to find the elements of matter on the moon. Then to search for the existence of helium-3. Then to make a three-dimensional atlas of the moon. The last one, to study about the evolution of the solar system. Kalamsat. The world's smallest satellite is Kalamsat. It is the world's smallest satellite. The weight of this satellite is only 64 gram. It was built by a team of high school students led by Rifat Shahrukh, an 18-year-old school student from Pallapatti near Karur, Tamil Nadu. It was launched into the space on 22nd June 2017 by NASA. Now we will see the achievements of Chandrayaan 1. What are the achievements of Chandrayaan 1? First one, the discovery of presence of water molecules in the lunar soil. Second one, Chandrayaan 1 confirmed that the moon was completely molten once. Next, Chandrayaan 1 has recorded images of the landing site of the US spacecraft Apollo 15 and Apollo 11. Then it has provided high resolution spectral data on the mineralogy of the moon. The existence of aluminium, magnesium and silicon were picked up by the X-ray camera. More than 40,000 images have been transmitted by the Chandrayaan-1 camera in 75 days. The acquired images of peaks and craters show that the moon mostly consists of craters. Chandrayaan-1 beamed back its first images of the Earth in its entirety. The last one, Chandrayaan-1 has discovered large caves on the lunar surface that can act as human shelter on the moon. Now, we can learn about one scientist. He is Dr. Mailsamy Annadurai. Dr. Mailsamy Annadurai was born on 2nd July 1958 at Kodavadi, a small village near Pollachi in Coimbatore district. He pursued his BE degree course at Government College of Technology, Coimbatore. In 1982, he pursued his higher education and acquired an ME degree at PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore. In the same year, he joined the ISRO as a scientist, and later he got his doctorate degree from Anna University of Technology, Coimbatore. Annadurai is a leading technologist in the field of satellite system. He has served as the project director of Chandrayaan-1. He has also made significant contributions to the cost-effective design of Chandrayaan. Okay, thank you.